as many of you don't know who I am, I'm the handsome one in the middle of the invitation with a front tooth missing and sticking out ears. When we were putting the invitation list together, Andrew Robinson said we'd invited far too many golfers. So Andrew Barber suggested that we invite a few people who know absolutely nothing about golf. So I said, what a great idea, we'll invite the Loose Cannons group. After we sent the invitations out, a Scotsman wrote back and said, I hope you all make it to the 4th of May. So I replied, don't worry, the party will still go ahead, we'll just call it a wake. Which reminds me of the story of a Scotsman lying on his deathbed when a fantastic smell of cooking came up from the kitchen. It was so good that the Scotsman got out of bed, crawled down the stairs, staggered into the kitchen, and there on the table was a tray of freshly baked scones. He reached up to take one, and there was a smack across the back of his head. It was his wife who said, leave those scones alone, they're for the funeral. Talking of Scotland, this is the story of an American who travelled around the world to write a book about churches. He started off in Atlanta, where he went into a church and there was a golden telephone with a sign saying $10,000 for a call. So he asked the priest why it was so expensive to make a call. The priest said, the phone was connected directly to heaven, and for $10,000 you can talk to God. He then travelled to Italy to visit a cathedral, and there was another golden phone with a sign saying $10,000 for a call. So he asked the priest, who said, for $10,000 you'll be connected to heaven and you can talk to God. He then visited a church in Scotland where there was another golden telephone, but the sign said 40 pence per call. So the American asked why it was so cheap to call heaven. And the priest replied, you see, laddie, in Scotland it's a local call. Looking around, I would say that most people here were born before 1960. And compared with children today, we were very lucky to survive childhood. Children born before 1960 rode bikes without crash helmets, were driven in cars without child seats, seat belts or airbags, and cars in those days often had bald tyres and virtually no brakes. We would leave home in the morning and play all day, as long as we were back before dark. And we were unreachable all day, but we were okay. We did not have PlayStations, Nintendo, Xboxes. There were no video games or DVDs, no mobile phones, no personal computers, no internet, and no chat rooms. But somehow, we were still able to find friends. We fell out of trees, got cut, broke bones, and lost teeth. Corporal punishment was normal at home and at school, but somehow we survived. So if you were born before 1960, congratulations. The next time some youngster calls you a stupid old git for not knowing, for sending a WhatsApp to the wrong person or not knowing what a VPN is, just say, but at least I know how to survive. Thank you all for coming and enjoy the rest of the party.